You have headphones to put on.
Hang on.
That was so smooth.
You said that a minute ago, and then you said not.
Thought I'd try it a second time.
Bob left, and we had to call him back and say, help.
Yeah, it was a plug issue.
Mm-hmm. It's usually a plug issue.
Yeah, it's always a plug issue. Or a button, or a dial, or just a brain issue, more likely.
That's true. That's the brain issues like override all the other issues.
Right. Yeah. All right. We're here at the show.
I know, and we weren't here last week, so
yeah.
I feel like it's been forever since we've talked to. We didn't even hang out. We were supposed to hang out. I totally forgot.
I didn't forget.
You didn't forget?
No, I didn't forget.
I didn't exactly forget. It was just a really busy week.
Yeah, I just couldn't get a handle.
No, I definitely could not get a handle, even though I didn't do much with my week, and I actually complained that I was being probably the least productive I've ever been this past week, but...
That was post-Christmas.
I know.
Because you had such high productivity during Christmas, I
did
believe.
clean. I cleaned a bunch.
You did everything.
Cleaning doesn't feel that productive to me, though, because it's just a little rat wheel of nothingness.
It's just a little rat wheel. Can I quote you?
If you have children, cleaning is like the most absolutely pointless thing that you could possibly do.
Yeah, but you had the perfect Christmas. Admit it. Just admit it. Say it on the air. You had the perfect Christmas.
I think. Yeah.
Everything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Christmas is always perfect. Because it's Christmas. Uh-huh. No, there was the one year my kids were like both throwing up and we had to like not even like do it, really. That was bad. That was a long time ago, though. I've sort of blocked that out.
Yeah. Good for you.
Anyway.
All right. I'm here with my thinking. My thinking cap is sort of half cocked. Can you see? Can you tell?
You have no cap on, unlike me, who has a cap on, and I can't quite hear because I have muffled sound coming through.
I'll turn it up a little if you want.
Sure. We always do have to adjust for my hat.
Better?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Whoa.
Oh, brother.
Trouble.
Yeah, when I wasn't cleaning, I was just sort of laying around and feeling incredibly fat. Like, this was a week where I just felt fat.
I saw that Instagram picture of you on a treadmill.
Yeah. So I was like, I can't do this anymore. I've literally laid around and then had jump up little cleaning jags like every once in a while, and then I would lay around again.
Gotcha.
And I was hungry like all the time, so I kept just going and wandering into the kitchen, opening up the refrigerator, snacking on something. And, and finally I said, all right, you can't keep snacking on everything in the world unless you move a little bit. So, and I don't teach like dance fitness classes this winter. So I'm just feeling, and my family's prone to wicked seasonal depression. So I'm the only one who doesn't need to take anything for it, but it's usually because I'm active, and I'm less active this year than I have ever been.
Take something for it? What does that refer to?
I don't know, some sort of happy
vitamin D
pill thing.
A happy pill?
No, I do take magnesium. Does that count?
Yeah, sure.
And I think my vitamins have massive vitamin D in them, but still, I could feel it. I could feel the fact that I didn't want to do anything except for lay around. I could feel it closing in, like that feeling, and I'm enough in tune with my brain and body that I could tell it was coming. So I said I have to go and run or something to ward this off. But
yeah, I walked in ice cleats.
Yeah, when I say run, I didn't really mean run. I meant walk fast on a treadmill.
Yeah.
I got to take off some layers.
I had some great walks in ice cleats.
Really?
I like those ice cleats. It just makes it different. It's not, it becomes more than a walk.
They have a weird sound though. It's like scratching something bad against your teeth. Like, you know how you bite down on a piece of dirt in your lettuce with teeth? That's what it feels like when I walk in ice cleats.
Not in the woods.
I guess.
On the snow.
But on a gravelly road. There's just a weird feeling.
You don't wear them unless there's a little bit of snow and ice out there. So it's not,
there's not really any ice in the woods though.
Yeah, there is some.
All right.
There's really slick snow that's crusty. There's crust. It's the crust, just like on a good pizza.
It
makes that nice, satisfying sound.
Yeah, I guess.
Right? Can you make that sound?
You just want to hear me make a sound.
Well, you had so much fun. I had no car all week.
Oh, we also had no car.
Well, don't.
Sorry, I won't try to top you.
Yeah, really. That's just not fair. Okay.
See that little crap box down there? Just had to get a new timing belt, and that's not even that's like the least of its problems. And I'm like, this card isn't even worth the $600 or $700 we just put into this timing belt. Like, you couldn't sell it for that much.
Yeah, it's hard to get to the timing belt. That's usually the issue. Yeah. It's just how hard it is to get down in there into that place.
I don't even know what that is.
Do you think humans have a timing belt somewhere?
They should just stop putting timing belts in cars because they're always breaking.
I just feel like it's the deepest place in anything. You know, like the universe probably has a timing belt that you just, it's very hard to find.
Yeah.
But if you do find it, you should make sure to change it if you do find it, just in case.
Isn't
before
that like
it breaks.
what happens on the new year? It's like the timing belt is changed.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. My alternator blew.
Oh, God.
In Royalton.
Oh, yeah. And you had Airbnb people with you, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, my new friend, Kurt.
What were you doing? Giving him a 10-cent tour of...
I was. I don't usually do this with strangers, you know, but he was saying, I want to go hear some music. I'm going to go hear some music maybe. And he was saying he was going to go the next night, but that we were going to have a big ice storm. Mm-hmm. So I said, well, okay, my friends are going to be playing up at Killington, so, you know, maybe we should just...
to the Wobbly Barn? Or were you going to the Wobbly Barn?
That's the latter. Yes, we were trying to get to the Wobbly Barn at Killington to hear Bo and Val play. So, but no, we didn't make it. We got to Royalton, and the battery light just started, doing its funny thing, where it does, and then the lights dim, and then the car just starts to slow down, and you're going, this is interesting. When I put my foot on the accelerator, nothing is really happening.
I know this feeling.
And then you realize that you're sunk.
Yes, one of our cars died the day before Christmas. It just suddenly, and this is the Prius, which is electric, so it don't even, like, when you open the hood, you don't even know what you're looking at.
Oh, I drove a Prius this week because Kurt let me take his Prius down to town to get half and half.
Nice.
He had to. I couldn't figure out how to press the button to start it. That confused me.
You have to put your foot on the brake and press the button, and then the shifter is super weird because it's just this little finger knob thing.
I was worried I'd get stuck in Chelsea. I'd sort of forget how to use the car, and I wouldn't be able to get home.
I haven't driven ours since we got it, and John just taught me how to this week because we had to for a minute because it was the only working car. But then it was dead too, and I don't know. The check engine light came on, and it wouldn't. It just popped into neutral, and it wouldn't go into any gear, and then it wouldn't shut off. Like, it would not, couldn't shut it off. You couldn't push the button to shut it off, and you couldn't get the key out. The key was locked in.
Yeah.
So we were in neutral, dead on a steep hill, and we had to have our feet on the brake because you couldn't put it in park.
That's strange.
And you couldn't get out.
There's no advantage to having a push button for a start. No. I can't think of anything, any reason, really. Except that it's kind of cool. That's not a good reason to do something just because it's cool.
Issue, but we had to get it into a garage on Christmas Eve, which was really difficult.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, guess what? Kurt had a AAA.
See, we have AAA, but we've used up all of our AAA, so they won't come anymore.
Oh. Well, so. Kurt had, he hadn't used it this year. He'd paid $100, but he hadn't used any. Because I made sure, I said, Kurt, you sure this is okay? We use your AAA. He was like, yeah. Let's splurge. So then I could actually tip the tow guy, which was cool because I wouldn't want to ordinarily if I was, because I have to pay this money to get it towed, and then who's going to tip the tow? But this guy.
I didn't know you tip tow guys. Shoot.
Well, I said to both of them when we got to my house because we dropped my car on Upper Village Road, and then he took us up to my house, which was super nice.
Yeah.
So I said to him, am I supposed to tip the tow guy?
You said this to the tow guy?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I just wanted to explain how confused I was.
A tow guy could be of two minds there. They could know that they're supposed to get tipped, but say no because they're a nice guy.
Well, he just didn't say anything. What are you supposed to say?
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't expect him to say something. I expected Kurt to say something reassuring like, sure, which he did. So I did. I mean, I would have. I wanted to.
Yeah. I never have. I feel like jerky now.
Well, it's money. It's money. It's just play money. All money is play money.
Oh my God.
Yeah, better start getting cryptocurrency
I hate money.
or gold or silver. because the
So
crash
broke.
is coming.
Oh my God.
Who has money to buy cryptocurrency?
What
Do you?
even? I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't even know what
You
that
don't
is.
know?
No. If it has
You
something
should-
to do with money, I don't know about
You
it.
should be watching the People's Channel a little bit more.
And-
YouTube.
I haven't watched. I've
You-
been sort of not watching anything
Well-
lately, except for some really bad Netflix while I think
Okay.
about how fat I am.
Okay. Well, if you want to catch up on what's going on in the world, you got to watch the People's Channel.
Okay.
So, but I don't think you have extra money to buy cryptocurrency. So,
No, I don't. I don't even have money that is necessary.
yeah. Do you have gold like buried under your house or anything like that?
No. Although the kids
That's
do
helpful.
have their little, they have little metal detectors, and that one of the settings you can have the metal detector set at just like all metal, or
Yeah.
you have little click 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 settings you can do for silver, gold, the different metals. I don't know how it knows, but
That's very sophisticated.
they never put it on the gold or silver one because it doesn't beep, doesn't do anything.
Yeah, that's a useful tool for the future that's coming.
But basically, our house is like a dump site for other stuff, so you can dig up like nails and horseshoes and all kinds of crap any place you dig. But no gold so far. Although I found something that was super cool looking one day. It was like, I couldn't tell what it was because we dug it up and it was like crusted with dirt, but it was super sparkly and beautiful. And I was like, oh my God, what is this?
A garnet?
No,
A Herkimer
no,
diamond?
No, like
A fake diamond.
and it was kind of like
Glass?
bendy.
windshield. What? The broken windshield.
No, and like part of it was bendy, part of it was like, I don't know, like waxy. I don't know how to.
Dinosaur bone?
No, finally we figured out it was just the burnt down stub of a candle. Like, you know how they have the little metal disc on the bottom that holds
Yes.
the wick. Like we thought it was some sort of coin
I
encrusted
see.
with. I don't know.
Like an Etruscan coin.
Yeah, but it was actually just an old rotted.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Okay. All right then.
I washed it and everything. I thought it was something awesome.
Okay. Spelling quiz.
Oh my
Sorry.
God. That's
Okay.
all right.
Yeah, because it just came to mind, and you'll see why.
We just got a Christmas card from you. Well, not just. I think it came a few days ago, but it went
Yeah.
under a pile, and I haven't opened it yet.
Oh, cool. That's good to have extra. And
I know.
the little gift bag that you gave me.
Yes.
I opened it like 2 days after Christmas, and it was so exciting that I had something.
Awesome.
So I loved it.
Good.
I totally loved it. I'm saving the chocolate.
Go with your spelling.
Okay. First, this is a word.
Okay.
No, it's not okay.
Come on, I could get that one.
Okay, this is something that you make out of either dead chickens or old vegetables.
Do I have to guess what it is before I spell
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, just to make it
This
more.
game is getting way harder.
Well,
Stir fry?
you're
I don't know.
smarter than you used to
Oh my
be.
God, that's my telephone. Hold on a second.
That tinkling sound,
That's
like
not
fairies
that's
are
not
coming.
really my thing.
That's so weird.
My kid.
Isn't it interesting what people pick to have their sound? Like mine's a cricket. When my phone rings, it's a cricket call. And hers is
No,
fairies.
mine is too. This is my message one. I don't know how to change it. My kid changed it. So
I can
have
change
tons
it.
of stinking.
Okay, you can't escape the spelling word.
I know. All right, I have tons of stinking.
Look, don't be such a millennial.
I know. It's not that. It's. We're trying to figure out ski runners stuff.
Yeah, but you can figure that out in 10 minutes. Is that you've got your ski clothes on? Are you skiing today?
Yes, but I'm not running ski runners. But it's still a big S-I-H-T, S-H-I-T. Yeah, that's how you spell it. So anyway,
You just spelled a swear word.
Well, in our family,
That
we
could
usually
be
say
offensive.
S-H-T because my little niece couldn't spell one time, and she was
Yeah.
trying to
You know
be
what
like really bratty, and she was like, "I think you are full of S-H-T" to somebody. So
S-H-T.
now we always just say S-H-T.
You should say S-H asterisk T.
Yes.
That would be super
No,
confusing.
I'm not running ski runners this year, but I am still coaching and doing it. But it's still an S-H-T show
Look.
because what?
Get back to the word.
Fine, and then
It's
I'll tell you why.
either made from dead chickens or old
I said
vegetables.
stir fry.
You make stir fry from dead chickens? Well, I guess you do. If you eat chicken, they are dead.
Chicken's the only meat that I eat.
No, but this is specifically something that you make with old vegetables.
Old vegetables.
Sure.
I don't make anything with old
I
vegetables.
mean, you could make it with fresh vegetables too, but you could also, it'd be
Ew.
just as effective if they were wrinkly vegetables.
I don't know.
Like wrinkly
Dried
vegetables.
up something. Fruitcake.
Starts with a B. Okay, here it is. bouillon.
I can't spell that.
Yes, you can. Come on, just try. It's fun. It's just, this is in the spirit of fun. This is not a competition. I didn't know how to spell it. You don't know how to spell it. Probably most people listening don't know how to spell it, so we're all in it together.
B-U-E-D.
B-U-E. I'm sorry.
B.
I would not have said B-U-E. Did you say B-U-E?
Say the word again.
Bouillon. You see why it relates to gold?
Oh, are you trying to say bullion?
No, bouillon. Bouillon.
That's bullion.
See, I don't eat this. I don't drink this personally because I'm too lazy to make
it's
broth.
B-U-L-L-I-O-N or something.
B-R-O-T-H. So I'm sorry, I interrupted you. How do you spell it?
B-U-L-L-I-O-U-N.
No, you're so far off.
Well, I was spelling it like boudoir before because you were pronouncing bouillon wrong.
Bouillon. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Bouillon.
Like bouillon cubes?
Bouillon. You have to say the L, bouillon. You can't skip the L's.
Maybe
bouillon.
Yeah.
Okay, bouillon. B-O-U-I is how it starts. B-O-U-I.
Let me write it.
Now that's just weird on itself. That's a Scrabble word.
I can't even write it.
If you have too
Say
many,
it again.
if you have too many vowels in Scrabble, this is your answer. Bouillon. Bouillon. Bouillon.
Say it.
I can't even say it. Is it a word? Let's just make sure it's a word.
Okay, spell it for me first.
B-O-U-I-L-L-O-N.
Yeah,
train's coming. Train's coming.
Train.
I gotta open the door.
Yeah, because, didn't your mom in the 70s cook with bouillon cubes? Mine did.
Yeah, she did. Of course she did. But it's a weird product.
Whoa, the train is wicked fast today.
Okay, we're turning our mics. Listen. Well, I feel high. I'm drunk.
Swiftly moving bouillon cubes from one coast to the other. I think bouillon cubes are just dry, little dehydrated cubes of salt and I don't know what else.
Just say no to drugs and yes to trains. Yeah,
bouillon cubes.
Okay, so you.
Do they even make those anymore? I've never cooked with bouillon cubes.
They do. They make vegetarian bouillon.
If I don't want to deal with it myself, I start with like a chicken or a vegetable broth stock, which is basically bouillon cubes that have water added to them.
I just think stock's kind of dumb. I think it's kind of dumb.
Well,
it's kind of like a waste of my time to make stock.
Well, I'm not going to go and boil down a dead chicken, so it's easier for me to go buy chicken stock if I'm going to use something that needs it.
Really? You would buy it. You would take those dollars, those hard-earned dollars of you.
Well, where am I going to get a dead chicken
and
to boil
buy
down
a broth made out of dead chickens? You would do that with your money.
Do it pretty regularly.
You earned it. You might have. Okay. I'm just saying you could not have bouillon in your life and you could save a little money.
Well, see, I don't love meat, but my kids do, so I often make little stews and things, and it's easier to start with a stock, a base stock. It's easier than just boiling down a dead chicken for an entire day.
No, you don't have to do that.
I get the organic kind.
Caramelize onions or something, or add celery and saute it, and then put in like spices and herbs.
You got no time for that.
All right. Okay. All right.
Well,
for the record,
I've done it before, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Keeping some stock on stock in your pantry is kind of handy. It's already got the right amounts of salt.
I respect you
and all that stuff.
I respect you. Basically, I think we don't have to agree on everything.
Okay.
And if you want to have bouillon in your
It's
life,
not called bouillon. It's just stock. I don't have bouillon per se in my life.
Well, get with the program.
They used to come in those little waxy silver wrappers.
Yeah.
Like a was it in a box? Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
No, it's in a little round cardboard thing with a plastic inserted top. You know what I'm talking about?
Maybe. It had such a very pungent smell when you open the lid of the bouillon cubes.
That's a good word, pungent.
And
poignant and pungent.
And they're always like sort of a deep brown, red, speckly color.
Not the vegetarian ones.
What color
they're
are
kind
those?
of like icky gray.
They're about the size of sugar cubes, a little bit larger than sugar cubes.
I don't know why we're still talking about this. I hate them. So it's time for a song. Anyway.
Because I have to check my messages. There's all kinds of
this
ski runner
topic.
emergencies that I have to
All
work
right.
out before I leave here.
All right. It's your Friday sensibility.
God, I know.
All right. This one's called Come On Back. And I believe this is Beth Duquette and Richard Ruane, I believe. So let's fire it up. Here we go.
Oh, my daddy had a steamer. Come on back around. Drinking would deceive him. Come on back. My mama tried to free him. Come on back around. Never would she leave him. Come on back. Come on back around. Some children see more than they should. Too early learn the bad and good. Some children leave childhood behind before their time. Before their time. Oh, you tell me that you need me. Come on back around. You say it's better now, believe me. Come on back. All the anger and the shouting, come on back around. Say it's over, but I'm doubting. Come on back around. I will not make that same mistake. Let a child of mine feel her heart break. I will not stay to watch you lie while I stand by. While I stand by. I was leaving when you reached me. Come on back around. It's your actions now that teach me. Come on back. There are things that I can't live through. Come on back around. You need help that I can't give you. Come on back around. I will not make that same mistake. Let a child of mine feel her heart break. I will not stay to watch you lie while I stand by. While I stand by. Oh, my daddy had a steamer. Come on back around. His drinking would deceive him. Come on back around. Come on back around.
Okay. I always say something like that, like, whoa, thank you. Okay. But I do feel grateful to people for making good music, so thank you, people.
Yeah. Saves me from having to do it.
Yeah. So I'd like to talk about, well, first of all, I just want to tell you that I was at the grocery store yesterday because I'd been stranded for a week, so I didn't have any groceries. So I finally got my car back and I went up to the grocery store.
Which one did you eat first? I'd go for noodle because she already is named like a food. If I was going to eat your cats.
Yeah, no.
Oh, wait, you're a vegetarian.
Yeah.
So eating your cats would be even lower on your list.
I think you're barking up the wrong tree.
I'm meowing up the wrong.
Okay, so back to, did you ever start putting your items into somebody else's basket?
Yes, I did it just this week.
Did you really?
I put some frozen corn in this guy's basket.
But this woman, she was so nice about it. She looked at me and she said, because I didn't even know I'd done it yet.
Yeah.
And this woman looks at me and says, no problem. I like bananas, she said. And then I kind of realized that I was putting stuff in the wrong cart. And I saw there was other stuff in there besides bananas. Mm-hmm. So I started taking it out and she said, oh, it's really fine. I'm a vegan. So I like everything that you put in my cart. She was so nice. She wanted me to feel like I like everything that you did.
That's nice. Yeah, the guy was super nice to me that I put the frozen corn in his. Well, it's John's fault because he always parks the cart someplace and then walks away. Like, he never keeps the cart with him. And I don't really know why, because, like...
You got to be careful doing that. You can lose your cart so easily,
like,
especially in the co-op.
And this little Korean guy switched carts one day, and we're just pushing it around each other's cart and didn't notice for a long time.
At least at places like Shaw's, the aisles are straight, so it's kind of a grid. But if you go to Hunger Mountain Food Co-op, and they have all those weird angles. Yeah. They have which I
another
like.
Reason.
I like. Well, I think it's interesting, but since their last reorganization, now I do get lost there, especially over in the bread section.
I'm just like, where's the front? I can't find the front all the time because there is no front.
Well, if you keep walking, you'll eventually...
the cash registers are sort of off in a corner, not really the front, per se.
Well, no, they are in the front. They're just on the side of the front.
Yeah, but it's kind of like a corner.
Yeah.
A little bit. Yeah, so the guy had his cart sort of parked somewhere in the dairy aisle where John had left his cart. And I just threw my frozen corn in. Yeah. And then a few minutes later, I came back with some frozen raspberries, and this guy was holding out frozen corn to me and said, "Is this yours?" And I thought maybe I'd dropped it on the floor or something. And he was like, "Oh, it was in my cart," and I didn't remember buying any frozen corn. So,
people are so polite.
I know.
I think it's cool. So I want to talk about. I think we need to come up with a female equivalent to ice fishing. Although I know there's probably some women that ice fish, but it's kind of more a guy thing, don't you think? What are you laughing at? My copy of The Onion?
Yes. Trojan introduces no one's pleasure. Condoms for bitter, resentful couples. Sorry.
Okay,
I just saw the Trojan ad. I didn't even look at that it was The Onion.
The one that I like here, it's this little ad up in the corner under the highlights, and it says a picture of, see the picture? Of a tote bag.
Shopping bag.
And it says canvas shopping bag celebrates 3rd year on doorknob.
Oh, I have something like that.
I know it's
actually the newel post. Our stairway has some things.
Yeah, if I wasn't a musician, this would be my dream job, is to write for the Onion.
I know.
Yeah, it would be so much fun. Can you imagine these guys sitting around, just coming up with stuff and just cracking up all day?
Yeah,
yeah.
They probably don't think it's funny anymore.
I wonder. It's got to be. It's got to be funny.
The Onion's not even on paper anymore, is it?
Let's see. This is 2010 copy.
I think they're.
Say
don't
people, it's real paper.
I think they don't have a print version.
This is going out of style.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you like that sound?
Yeah.
Just wanted to get enough of it.
Sorry, I interrupted you.
Okay, about ice fishing because
a female equivalent to ice fishing. Well,
yeah.
Females ice fish too.
Well, I know, but for those of us who don't, I want some...
I used to have my own ice fishing stick with my name carved on it that my grandfather made for me. He made all of us them. But I actually don't like ice fishing. I don't like fishing in general. I don't like, even the catch and release, I don't like poking them with the little hook. Even though I don't like fish, I don't want to cuddle them or anything the way that I do other animals. And I don't like the way that they are drowning in the air when you take them out. And if you're going to ice fish, for God's sake, if you're going to do any kind of fishing, just kill the fish quickly. You don't need to just let it flop around on the bank for hours until it drowns of the air. That's mean.
I was sort of going to suggest an alternative to ice fishing, so we don't even have to go through what was cruel and unusual.
My sister
about...
fell in an ice fishing hole once, too, and she was really little. She fell
Is that how she got the way she is?
Didn't go all the way in.
You never told me that.
But
that would explain a lot.
She had to wear mittens on her feet because she was all wet.
Your sister was at my house this week.
I saw that. And Kevin, too, right?
Yes.
I saw Kevin at the grocery store the same time that the
frozen corn incident.
It wasn't Kevin that took, but I saw him that day. Yes.
Yeah. Did you tell him what you had done?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I just said, hi, how's it going? I saw you at Kristina's house yesterday or whatever.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know him. I didn't ever meet him before.
He's nice. I've used him as a fake wedding.
Just stop right there. I've used him as a fake.
No. He does a lot of acting and modeling and things. So before we had many weddings at our farm, we actually staged a couple fake weddings just to get some pictures of the setting and stuff.
Oh, right.
So I had him and one of my dancers who had never met each other pretend to be a married couple, and we dressed them, or a wedding couple, and we dressed them up.
So he's a fake groom.
He was a fake groom, and it was hysterical because the fake bride, a friend of mine, who is from China, actually posted the pictures on her Facebook page, and her mom's still back in China, and didn't say anything. Like, just waited to see what her mom would do, because they were really realistic looking wedding pictures.
That's bad.
And just to see, like, if people thought she really got married, and her mom, like, kind of
Did they have
out.
to, like, kiss? I mean, fake kiss.
No, they kind of nuzzled a little, but we didn't try to go. They got along great. I was like, at the end of the day, I was like, you guys should really get married. And then there was an awkward laugh, because I always say
stupid
things that I shouldn't say to people.
Yeah.
Anyway. Anyhow.
Yeah. I hear you.
So you guys did a recording session.
Well, no, that's not what I was talking about, ice fishing. Because I could
right.
I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous and kind of get sad when people tell me how much fun they had ice fishing.
Well,
and it's
like
those
cute little houses with holes in the floor.
I know. And
That's
they say,
neat.
oh, and so drop by, and then so drop by. And my friend actually said this. He concluded after telling the story, he said, we had so much fun.
It's like
You know what I'm
sugaring,
saying?
though. The
We
sugar
had
house.
so
it's
much
a
fun.
little place that you're captive in for a while. And so, you know,
But look, I don't
you
know.
just get to
don't
visit with people.
I know, but I'm telling you, just don't say that to me. Don't
We had
say
so
you
much
had
fun.
so much fun. Don't ever say that to me.
I can't even.
Well, I could probably take it from you just because I know you'd be sensitive to my feelings about how much fun you had that I didn't have. You would be sensitive to that.
True.
But for all those people out there, they're going to tell me how much fun they had. Just don't. Hold it back. I don't care. Have fun just privately. Don't tell me you had fun.
Yeah.
So they had all this fun. And then...
What were they doing specifically?
Well, what do you mean?
Like, what do you do
What are you
in the ice
suspicious?
fishing shed
What
other than...
You know what they do in there.
Other
You know what
than
they do
ice
in there.
fishing.
You know.
It's cold, Kristina.
Yeah, but you know what they do to keep warm, right?
Ew.
Ew. What do you mean, ew? I didn't mean that.
They do have those ice hotels, too, that I've always been kind of interested in going to, but there would be no hanky-panky because I do not like it cold, in fact.
I wasn't
Did you know-
implying...
I've got to just tell you a little sexual fact first.
No, you don't.
Yes.
No, you
yes.
do not.
If any women out there are having trouble,
I'm not.
I'm not talking about you, and I'm not going to say I had fun or anything. I'm just saying, put on a pair of socks. That will fix everything. It's actually...
No, that's what you do when you get sick. You put on wet wool socks.
Okay, all right.
You
If
mixed-
sex is not quite doing it for you, just put on a pair of socks. I swear to God.
What do you mean you swear to God? Why would you swear to God?
God.
About wearing...
It's proven,
No, just explain.
okay?
I'm confused. Let's
that
just back up.
Orgasms and sex... No, wait. Orgasms and socks are completely
No.
best friends.
No, they
Yes.
are not.
Yes, they are.
What? I don't understand
And I
it.
mean put a sock on your feet. I don't mean put it anywhere else.
I mean, can anybody wear socks? I mean, does it have to be you?
specifically women for some
you
reason
make
have
somebody-
issues
This is
climaxing
a
if they
feat-
don't have socks on. I'm just putting
it out there.
I'm just saying we
I'm
live in
not-
Vermont, and I bet a bunch of women haven't figured this out yet.
You know,
Even if
usually,
it's kind of warm out, just put some socks on.
Usually I take a lot of pride in the misinformation that we spread.
This is not misinformation.
I'm not feeling proud about this moment.
This is I've seen it. I've seen it written about many
You've
times scientifically, and I know it works too. So I'm just put on socks.
Okay, let's move
I'm just trying to help everyone have a good new year, Kristina. All right, back to ice fishing.
Back to ice fishing, because I can see the connection here. Not.
You were the one with all the innuendos.
No, I did not.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to say they were in the shed getting high.
I didn't even think of that.
No, because then
See, this is the problem with people who don't do drugs. They don't catch on to your...
I see. You know,
I just didn't catch on. I'm sorry. Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
but
they're getting high,
okay. So,
which is totally legal now,
and then
so we can talk about
yeah,
it.
so one of the guys is like used to be a professional chef who's retired. So then they all go to his house and they have more fun. Because guess
Cooking
what?
up their kill.
Because they cook, like he cooks a gourmet meal. I hate it when guys, when people like cook gourmet meals for other people that aren't me.
Yeah.
I just don't think anybody should have fun personally, unless
Sorry.
I'm
And I haven't even
having
made you. I haven't even made you macaroni and cheese with Cheez-its crumbled on top for ages.
Yeah, that was like a pinnacle this year. That was my highest point. That was like the Himalayas.
I can't even make that for you anymore because I've sworn off Cheez-its, so they can't enter my home any longer.
Well,
so.
there are Cheez-It substitutes.
No.
Like you can take rice checks. This is what my mother used to do. She'd take rice checks and crumble them up and fry them in butter.
Oh, I think cornflakes are supposed to work.
Because you
too,
said
maybe?
rice checks you thought were more pure and natural.
Yeah, I
than,
sometimes
say,
buy those
Fruit
as an
Loops.
alternative to my bad cereals.
Have you ever tried like Fruit Loops on mac and cheese?
No. I don't like to mix sweet and savory. I have a real issue with that.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, so they had a great time. They got high. They drank and played music and stuff. And I just hate it when they do that.
I know.
They do it all the time. And some of them are retired, right? So they don't have to work. And then some of them are like independently wealthy. They don't have to work.
Oh my God.
And plus they're having just fun.
That should just be outlawed.
Yeah. I'm just mad. I don't know what to do
You know
about
what's
it.
stupid? The female equivalent of an ice fishing shed or excursion or whatever. It's probably. Have you heard the stupid phrase "she shed"?
No.
Like, you know how men have like man cave or whatever they call their little space or their garage or whatever is devoted just to man things.
Right.
All the stinky like weird women's magazines have been pushing this idea of a she shed where you buy a little shed and then you convert it for like your crafts.
Yeah, but you know
or
what
something.
I have a like a whoa man cave. Does that work? My studio is kind of like a whoa man cave.
I just don't understand.
It's not a she shed. It's not a she shed.
No, she shed
I would
is the
not have a
dumbest.
she shed
That's the
because it
stupidest
sounds like
thing.
she sells seashells at the she shed. See, I can't even say it. If you can't say it, you shouldn't have it.
I don't want such a silly thing. I don't think that we ought to separate rooms by gender. There's
Yeah,
enough.
and here's the thing: is I figured out that women spend so much time, like they'll spend decades, like trying to create fun experiences for their children, while men are honing their skills and having fun for themselves.
That's
so
super true.
We
actually.
come out the other end, like we spent decades creating fun experiences for other people, and then all those people leave, and you're like, oh.
and then they have like that must be the woman's version of a midlife crisis. Is like your kids go and you make a she shed.
No.
And then what do you do in it?
Yeah, but I'm not she shedding.
Thank God
I have a
scrapbooking went away.
I have
That was a weird.
I have a she
phase.
house. I mean, I have a she castle.
There should just
I have
be
a she
not,
I have a she kingdom. That's
Just-
the best.
There shouldn't be any she or he rooms.
All right.
I'm not.
I get it. Well, I think we just sort of forget to how to have fun on our own
Oh my
without
God.
kids.
Also, we forgot to introduce our show.
Oh gosh,
I just remembered.
it's too late now.
I know.
We
Sorry.
just can't do it.
No. Yeah. You guys figure
Yeah,
it
just
out on
skip
your
it.
own.
No, it's
I figure it's okay if we forget now and then because there's no way in hell that anyone's listening to the show who accidentally found it, right? I mean, do you think?
No, I think they do. And then they're a little bit curious about it. And then they're kind of, what the heck is this? And they said some of them turn it off. Frankly, we know that.
Yeah.
Some of us scream at the radio, shut up, and then they turn it off. But others are like, we'll just try this out a little bit more and see what happens because we never know what's going to happen.
Right. They might think that there'll be a point at some point in the show.
What, a point? Like
Yeah,
a point of
like-
clarity?
Like we
like
have,
where it all
like
comes
there's
together?
a reason or a purpose. Like maybe they think that we're just getting around to that. But
Yeah, they might think that.
yeah.
Like if
might.
they wait long enough that said that they'll, learn something
There'll be
about
an epiphany,
something.
a golden moment where it all makes sense.
Right. That's what life is all
That's
about.
not what 11th Hour Radio is about, people.
No, but it's a microcosm of the confusion of life, isn't it?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
All right, so we're going to go to a track of music now.
All right.
This is called Robeson Cemetery.
Like the cough medicine? Oh, it's Robitussin. Yeah.
No, this is like the cemetery up in Calais.
Roy Orbison. No, that's Orbison.
This is Louis Franco, who lives up that way.
I didn't say it was going to be Roy Orbison singing. I was thinking that the name reminded me,
Okay.
but never mind.
I didn't follow that, but it's okay. I didn't have to. You don't have to follow everything. Here we go.
Thank God.
What you bury in Robinson Cemetery isn't only flesh and bones. From dust to dust, you make a place for us. Now it's under these stones. Here in childhood's afterglow, here where all your summers go, here beneath these stones with us, Maple Corner never was. All our sorrows disappear. All you living mustn't fear. All's forgiven under here, under these stones. Thinking hard, he walks through the graveyard, wanders off, feeling alone, wondering if someday a reckoning comes under these stones. Here in childhood's afterglow, here where all your summers go, here beneath these stones with us, Maple Corner never was. All our sorrows disappear. All you living mustn't fear. All's forgiven under here, under these stones. All's forgiven under here, under these stones.
Okay. Oh,
Oops.
I
I was not paying attention. I was just
yeah.
bemoaning my lack of clothing.
Yeah, and I was bemoaning the fact that Staples does not take office supplies seriously anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. I do.
I mean, you can buy a fancy Rolodex, but you cannot get refill cards.
I just made John get rid of, well, he didn't get rid of the Rolodexes. He just took, there's this little tiny bookcase on our stairway that is, it's in the corner of the stairwell, and you can kind of reach it from the telephone table, but it's on the stairwell, so it's like, it's in the corner, and all the dirt and stuff and dog hair gathers there. So it's a tiny little bookcase covered with the most filthy Rolodexes you've ever seen in your life.
Like multiple Rolodexes.
Oh, like 7 Rolodexes.
Is there a plural for Rolodex?
Rolodexi.
Okay.
I like to just add an I everywhere.
Yeah.
Anyway, I said to John, in all the years that I've known you, I've never once seen you touch one of those Rolodexes, and they're clearly so covered with dirt that I would notice if you had touched one within the last few years, because some of the dirt would have been disturbed.
It's hard to vacuum a Rolodex.
Yeah,
you
I've
know?
never tried.
Did he try?
No,
with
I've
the
kind of a
attachment, the
couple
little brush
times.
attachment.
No, we don't have a brush attachment because our vacuum
man.
cleaner died a few years ago, so now we just use a shop vac, and it doesn't have very,
All right.
it doesn't have a lot of dainty.
Oh God, just I'll
attachments.
let you finish your story, but remind me to
Okay.
tell you about my vacuum.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Anyway, so I've sort of tried to dust around the Rolodexes before,
Sure.
but the Rolodexes themselves are heinously disgusting. So
Right.
I said, does this need to be here? It doesn't really need to be here. So he actually took away all the Rolodexes and shook them out and packed them away in a box somewhere, probably in the attic.
Oh, he did.
He did. And so now we have a stairway that doesn't have a little thing in it. But
That's huge progress.
the point is Rolodexes.
Yeah.
Maybe Staples doesn't carry refills for them because not many people have them anymore. Like John is the longest
stop.
holder
Come
outer
on.
of most anything. Like we still have a phone that has a
Look,
cord
if
that looks
I
like this.
per capita, if I have it and John has it, and we live like in adjoining towns, that's
know.
enough to warrant having the refills. You can get the
I
refills
guess.
online,
Oh, okay.
but that offends me that I can't go to the actual store and get
Yeah.
the cards. Anyway, I'm okay.
So
Let
tell
me tell you
your
about my
vacuum
vacuum
story. Was
Okay,
it like a
so
third
I
floor,
drove-
the way that you drag your vacuum up and you have the long extension cord going all the way from down the stairs?
No, I stopped doing that.
Oh, good.
I
Because that
think
was
that's
kind
bad.
of dangerous.
I think it is dangerous. I like to reduce danger in 2019. So, no, I took it all the way. It's been in the back of my car like the whole week when my car was at the shop. The poor vacuum was stranded in the back of the car,
Oh, wow.
just kind of rolling around,
Yeah.
So I took it yesterday, and my vacuum repair guy, he used to be right next door to the Dollhouse Furniture Factory.
Yes,
To
I
the
know
factory,
exactly where it is.
The Dollhouse Furniture
In
Factory
Barrie.
outlet.
Yeah, it's not there anymore.
No, but I knew where he moved next to the Vermont Lottery. So I went there. I
know where that is. Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I got there. I'd gone all the way so cleverly, using all the back roads like through East Barrie and Graniteville.
Yep.
And I get there, and there's a sign that says, "Retail space available." And he's gone. Now what am I going to do?
He's not gone. Was there no forwarding address?
No, there was a huge trip for me to go all the way there. Now the
There's
vacuum is
another
still in
one.
the back
There's
of my
another
car.
one in
Lebanon.
Lebanon.
Yeah, I'll have to go there. I
That's
don't really
where
want to
They
go
are
there.
sewing machines and vacuum cleaners.
I
I
don't want to
brought
go
my
to
sewing machine
Lebanon.
there.
I just don't want to go to Lebanon.
Maybe
Well,
that's because
I
you
don't-
can't pronounce it. It's not Lebanon. It's Lebanon.
No, it's Lebanon.
No, that's the country.
What do you mean? It's the same place.
So not.
Oh, stop. You think you're so smart because you grew up around here?
It's not Lebanon.
Yes,
Nobody,
it is.
Don't
I go to
say
Lebanon.
it out loud.
I
People
go
are
to
gonna
Lebanon.
laugh at you.
I go to Lebanon.
No, people are going to say that you're a Flatlander.
What do you say,
can't-
Lebanon? This is like
Lebanon.
This is like our discussion about New Orleans
Or you can be
or Nolans.
real cool and just say Leb. Then you
West Leb. I say West Leb.
Yep, there
But if
you
I'm
go.
going to Lebanon, I say Lebanon.
can- well, people are going to think that you're going to go have some Lebanese food.
Don't make fun of me.
I have to. It's my whole.
Don't
I
even
can't help
try.
it.
I'm
It's
so
my
far
only-
superior to you
It's my only
in so
joy
many
in
ways.
life.
I just,
Have you ever been to the real Lebanon? Can you go there? Is that one of those places people can visit?
no. Look,
Or is it like
I look.
too
I
war-torn and-
I have something on my sheet here called "Smiling at Goats."
Oh, that sounds great.
I know, and I wrote that down on my pad, and now I have no idea what I was talking about.
Well, you
It was
do know
a-
that I don't like goats, though. Right?
Well, I think it has been proven that goats prefer people who smile. I think it's been proven.
Everybody prefers.
Science is so great because science provides us with information like this that's so
Yeah,
useful for
I
us.
know. That's the tax dollars'
Yeah.
money is very well spent.
That's right.
in the
Plus,
sciences.
I wore a skirt this week.
What?
I know. I wore a black skirt on December 25th for Christmas dinner, and I still think that skirts are tools of the oppressor, but I didn't really mind wearing it that much.
Did you have
except
pants
I was
underneath it,
cold.
though?
No, I had like leggings or something.
Yeah, that's fine. That doesn't even count then.
Yeah. I just thought I should tell you.
That's
Just in case you think that
kind of an
I
epoch,
had
yeah.
lost the muscle to do it. Like, it takes you have to exercise that muscle in order to still be able to pull that off. So I think I did. Nobody noticed that I was kind of faking it. Like, I don't really do that, but I did it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did people make any comments?
No.
Nobody made a comment.
No, they thought, it was just it was funny.
Were you around family or was this neighborhood thing?
Neither. It was a dinner thing at Woodstock Inn.
And nobody said anything.
No.
Wow.
No.
But were you around people that know you really well or didn't know you that well?
Well, they kind of know me. Some of us, like one knows me. Like the rest of them, they kind of know me. They kind of know me in certain ways. Like they know certain slices of me.
If I saw you wearing a skirt, I probably wouldn't say anything either because I wouldn't want to scare you off.
Right. You don't want to overplay it.
Right. Because it might really freak you out.
Yeah. You kind of want to be smooth. Yeah. I just want to be smooth. Like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Because it almost looked like pants. It was kind of like a skirt that looks like it's all tattered. You know what I'm talking about? And it's black, and it blended in with the leggings, so it kind of looked like all of one blackness, like an octopus, like the bottom part of me from the waist down sort of looked like an octopus. That's in my imagination. Or who is it? Cruella de Vil. It's that look.
Cruella de Vil wears fur coats made of baby puppies.
Kind of like that.
Okay.
Well, I think I look nicer because people know I like animals. Obviously, I don't ice fish or kill fish. Or puppies. But do you know where babies come from? Because I do. In Vermont, I saw a meme. Did you see that meme?
The one where they're in the little sap buckets?
Yeah. The little babies, they have pink snowsuits on, little pink hats, and they're sitting in sap buckets.
And they're in 2 little sap buckets on.
Yeah, hanging right on the trees.
That kind of scared me because I've put those sap spouts in before, and I wouldn't trust them maybe to hold up a baby, but I guess the snow was puffy underneath.
They probably had a whole crew just waiting for the babies to fall so they could catch them.
It's like that Rockabye Baby song where the baby falls in the end.
Yeah. And you have to be there to catch a baby.
Yeah.
That's the basic premise of life is that if you don't catch the baby on its way out, that's a bad way to start.
Yeah.
So let's start the new year by catching all the babies that come flying out of sap buckets.
For baby animals of mothers who have really tall legs, like, camels or something.
Yeah.
Because the baby, have you ever watched like a birth video of like a baby camel or elephant being born?
I was at the Tunbridge Fair.
I thump out.
No, I watched
many feet up off the ground.
I have seen, actually it wasn't at the Tunbridge Fair, it was at my friend Sarah's barn. I saw the calf come out and slam down, like it slithers out and it slammed down on the cement floor.
Yeah.
And she was so nonplussed. She was like, oh, no big deal.
I feel really bad.
I was kind of traumatized by it still to this day.
Especially, like, what about giraffes? Holy God. That's a long way to...
Holy God.
I would not want to be being born
isn't that
of a giraffe.
Isn't that a, like, redundant? Holy God? Like, isn't God holy already? You don't have to say holy God.
Well, I was going to say a bad word, but I just replaced it with God.
Holy heck, you were going to say? Yeah, you can say that.
Yeah. Anyway, giraffes. There was a cute viral video of baby giraffes running around in a little giraffe stable, though, where it must have been some giraffe zoo place, and it was really cute. And I watched it several times on my phone because they were like tearing around together like baby lambs do. Oh. But then later I happened to watch it again on my computer with the sound on, and it wasn't cute anymore because somebody had like put really stupid music, and suddenly it took away all of the baby giraffe's cuteness.
A lot of times I turn off the music with most videos because I just feel like it's this huge distraction because the emotions that are elicited by the music are not necessarily at all related to the
this
imagery.
Music did not match.
Yeah, so
it was upsetting.
Yeah, I'd rather just experience the imagery kind of pure.
And raw.
Yeah, pure and raw, and get like from the images the natural feelings that I would get. And then, I don't know, the misuse of music soundtracks is a big pet peeve of mine, just for the record.
I just couldn't figure out who would have made that video and matched up the worst stupid music.
Well, there's lots of stupid people who are just stupid.
But you would have to have your head under a rock if you thought that this music matched the baby giraffes.
Well, but don't you think like half the world is like that? Half the world probably would have done that.
I do
or at least the sort of non-human half would have done it.
Right.
I don't think humans who really are like paying attention do that kind of thing.
Oh, God.
So we have just enough time probably to introduce our show. Would you like to tell people what it is.
I tried to sneak it in a minute ago, but you guys are listening to 11th Hour Radio, or you just did listen to 11th Hour Radio. Every Friday, we come to you at 11 a.m. on what?
Well, they either listen to it or they're just tuning in now and they're trying to get to the next show.
Oh, yeah. They're probably early birds for the next show. What is the next show? I don't even know what comes on after us. Do you?
It's a Celtic thing.
What's it called?
My neighbor, my old neighbor does it.
What?
Chris Ekstrand.
Oh, right. But it's pre-recorded, right? That's just why we never see him. Okay.
Her.
Oh.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
I think that's what it is. But we're slacker DJs, so we don't pay enough
Kristina.
attention.
I'm Emily. This is Royalton Community Radio, WFVRLP 96.5. What else do we have to say? See, we've had a week off, and now my brain is mush.
No, it's not. I mean, it's mush to a point, but it's still got a semblance of cohesion.
No, all I've talked about is sex, baby giraffes, and bouillon cubes.
Well, what we could say is that we have a podcast that you can find at 11thhourradio.com.
Right.
So or you can look us up, and we have to do a new photo shoot to get some new kind of weird pictures of ourselves.
We really do. We have some old tired pictures on there.
It's just fun to do funny shoots.
It is.
So let's think if anybody has an idea of like locations where we could shoot just some funny photos, we would be happy to. Because it gives us an excuse to just go romp around.
I know.
Because we don't ice fish.
Right. Right, we don't.
So we have to kind of try to think up things that are fun.
We don't even have she sheds.
And never, ever, ever will I have a she shed. I have a kingdom. I have an empire. That's it, John, is that.
That is that. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So, okay, we could go to our final song, which is called Cowboys and Heroes. And I consider myself a cowboy. So
me too.
We're both cowboys.
Yeah, I'm definitely not hero material, I'm afraid. This sounds like Willie Nelson had a hand in this song.
This is my friend Ben Reed in Montana, who just moved to Wyoming. He did this record at my studio, and he's just a great guy. He's just really cool. And let's see, what time is it? Yeah, it's time to start up the song. So thanks for listening to our show. We're really, really happy to be here with everybody. And we're going to come back.
It's 2019. We haven't had a show all year yet.
I know. It's our first of the show.
Is this going to be our 6th year?
Yes, it is.
Of doing this?
That's so strange.
Really weird.
It is a strange phenomenon that occurred somehow.
If our show was a baby, it would be in 1st grade now.
Okay.
Well, it would.
Okay. I don't want to put it in 1st grade.
I don't either.
Here, okay.
Okay. Bye, guys. See you next Friday.
Step down to attend to what matters. At the last call, when atonement is sought, I must speak the truth of the battles I have fought. Must ride, our heroes must die. I've ridden my horses, been bucked once or twice, but the ride I have taken was the ride of a lifetime. I have felt the wind blow clean through my soul, and I
tended my garden, sun strong or wind battered. My leaves I must rake now, for too long were they scattered. I'll journey once more to the pine-covered slopes, where the streams sing a sweet song of peaceful repose. A cowboy must ride, our heroes must die. And when the last sunset from mountain peaks round, they'll lay my cold body 6 feet in the ground.